Willow Lake Scam Story. The air was thick with tension outside our family's lake cabin when a self-proclaimed HOA enforcer, gun drawn, pinned his gaze on my 17-year-old niece, Lily Harper. She stood frozen, clutching a bottle of glass cleaner and a rag, her eyes wide but sharp, processing the scene faster than most adults could. Behind the armed man, Evelyn Ward, the so-called HOA president, smirked with the smug satisfaction of someone who thought they'd already won. They had no clue that Lily, the girl they were threatening, held a legal arsenal capable of dismantling their entire fraudulent empire. I'm Jack Ramsey, 45, a former private investigator now wrenching cars as a mechanic, and Lily's guardian since her mommy's sister, Claire, died in a crash 3 years ago. Lily's got her mom's razor-sharp mind and, I like to think, a touch of my knack for sniffing out trouble. That Saturday, we'd driven 2 hours from the city to Willow Lake, our first visit to the cabin since Claire's death. The place was heavy with memories, but Lily had begged to return. She spent the drive buried in her laptop, muttering to herself, working on some mysterious summer project. When I pressed, she just flashed a sly grin and said, "You'll see." The cabin looked wrong the moment we pulled up. The lawn was freshly mowed. A shiny new lock gleamed on the door, and a sign screamed, "Willow Lake HOA property. No trespassing." My jaw tightened. Claire had bought this place 15 years ago with inheritance money, free and clear. There was no HOA then, and sure as hell not one when she left it to Lily. Lily snapped photos of the sign, her voice calm but laced with intrigue. "This is curious." Before I could ask what she meant, she was scrubbing the cabin's windows, looking every bit like her mom. That's when trouble strutted in. A man in a crisp navy uniform, Willow Lake HOA security patches on his sleeves, rounded the cabin like he owned it. Late 30s, mustache, swagger rehearsed to a fault. His name tag read Deputy Carl Grayson, but something about him screamed amateur. His hand kept brushing his holster, and his eyes darted to a note card in his pocket. "Step away from the property," he barked, voice dripping with fake authority. "You're violating HOA regulations. I'm authorized to detain trespassers." Lily turned slowly, sizing him up. I stepped in, my PI instincts kicking in. "Deputy, can I see some ID? HOA security doesn't carry guns or detain people." His hand twitched toward his weapon, confirming he was no cop. "I'm Carl Grayson," he said, flashing a laminated badge. "This property's been in violation for 36 months. The board's authorized seizure for unpaid dues." His words sounded memorized, awkward pauses betraying his nerves. Lily, unfazed, set down her supplies and stepped forward. "Deputy Grayson, what law allows HOA security to carry firearms?" "State code requires special licensing for armed private security, and HOAs handle disputes civilly, not with guns." Her tone was polite but cutting, and Carl's confidence cracked. He fumbled, then made a catastrophic mistake. He drew his gun and aimed it at Lily. "Hands where I can see them, or you're resisting arrest." His voice shook, his hand trembled. My heart pounded, but I kept my voice steady. "Carl, pointing a gun at a minor over a property dispute is a felony. Think hard about your next move." Lily, though scared, stayed calm, her mind clearly racing. A white Mercedes screeched to a halt, and Evelyn Ward emerged, all polished blonde hair and designer suit. Her predatory smile screamed control, but she didn't know she'd walked into a trap. "Mr. Ramsey, I'm Evelyn Ward, Willow Lake Elite HOA president," she said, offering a hand I ignored. "We've been trying to contact you about this property's violations." She spread documents on her car hood, 36 months of alleged dues, $18,500 owed. The papers looked too perfect, printed all at once. Lily stepped up. "Ms. Ward, may I see those? I'd like to check your HOA's legal standing." Evelyn hesitated but handed them over. Lily examined them with forensic precision, then said, "These are all on the same paper, same ink, same font. Odd for 3 years of notices. No letterhead, no state filing number, no notarization. State law requires notarized lien notices." Evelyn's face paled, but she snapped the papers back. "These are copies. The originals are with our legal team." Lily reached into her backpack and pulled out a thick folder of stamped, notarized documents. "That's interesting, because I'm the legal owner of this cabin, inherited through a family trust. County records show no registered HOA here. She handed Evelyn a deed, her voice steady. Your HOA doesn't exist. Carl glanced at his phone, edging back. Evelyn's grip on her portfolio tightened. I checked my phone and found a Willow Lake Elite HOA Facebook page created 4 months ago. 3 members, including Evelyn and Carl. Your HOA's a Facebook group? I said, showing the screen. Evelyn's face reddened. Then, Margaret Voss, a 71-year-old retired judge and our neighbor, stepped out of her cabin, coffee in hand, her presence commanding. I've lived next to the Harper family for 40 years, she said. This cabin's deed has no HOA covenants. I helped Claire review it. Evelyn tried to recover. Your Honor, our HOA is newly formed to protect property values. Margaret smirked. Newly formed. I checked county records this morning. No HOA application in 5 years. A kid on a bike skidded up Ethan Park, Lily's friend and school newspaper editor. Lily texted me about trouble, he said, notepad out. I'm writing about property scams for the county paper. Mind if I ask questions? Evelyn flinched at scams. Lily nodded to Margaret, then turned to me. Uncle Jack, let's show them what's inside the cabin. It'll be educational. We followed her inside, Evelyn's bravado fading. Lily approached a bookcase, pressed a hidden latch, and it swung open, revealing a secret room packed with filing cabinets and legal documents. Margaret gasped. My God, Lily, your grandfather planned for everything. Lily spread out a 1890 land grant map, showing the Harper family owned 68% of Willow Lake's residential area, including lots targeted by Evelyn's scam. Every sale on our land pays into our family trust, Lily said. We have oversight rights. Evelyn stammered. Those houses have deeds, mortgages. Lily handed Margaret a trust agreement, updated last year. All legal, but subject to our trust's terms. Lily set a digital recorder on the desk. I've recorded everything since you arrived. Threatening owners with guns and fake liens is criminal fraud. Evelyn stared, speechless. She dialed her legal team, but a Budget Legal Solutions voicemail played, and Margaret laughed. Carl threw off his badge. Evelyn, you said this was legit property management. I'm just an actor, not going to prison for this. Sheriff Laura Bennett arrived, summoned by Margaret. She eyed Carl's fake uniform and cuffed him, reading his rights. Evelyn protested, but Lily handed her a list of 28 scammed families, ready to sue for $47,000. The Attorney General's interested in your multi-county fraud, Lily said. 6 months later, Evelyn was sentenced to 12 years for wire fraud and racketeering, her scam exposed as an $850,000 operation across 4 counties. Carl got probation, now acting in cautionary place. Lily inherited millions in land rights and founded the Harper Foundation, protecting owners from scams. Ethan's article went viral, earning him an internship. Margaret mentored their Willow Lake Teen Justice League, sparking statewide HOA reforms. The cabin became a legal hub, its secret room a resource center. A framed fake HOA notice hung beside Evelyn's prison job application, a reminder of Lily's triumph. Evelyn thought Willow Lake was easy prey, but she didn't count on a teenager with Google, a judge next door, and century-old paperwork. Sometimes, the best weapon against bullies is knowing exactly who you are and having the documents to prove it. Have you faced a scam? Share below. Your story could save someone.